You will stay.
What?
You would have already decided to come if you had the proper mindset for a journey such as this. You two will stay.
But you don't understand.
Guys raised their hand to me, eyes cold, my words die in my throat. If he decided we aren't fit to cross, how could we have persuaded
This is
otherwise?
bullshit. We are more than equipped to make this journey, and we know more of what it means to be in danger than most will know in all their life.
You two will stay.
This is the first one. I just saved, so I'm gonna go back, obviously. The Legend of Familiar hits his legs and he goes down, taking me with him. We slam against the bridge, our lantern's light blinking out as it hits the wood. We're engulfed in darkness and fog before I can do anything, and Nix reaches out from the edge of it and climbs and brings off Millie. Pulls hard, separating the two of us. Millie quickly slides near the edge of the Nix, retreats, but Millie struggles to loosen the monster's loose fingers from him to no avail. I lunge forward, but my hands only slap the surface of the bridge. I try to crawl closer, yet I can't keep up with the rapid pace of horror playing out in front of me. Margaret rushes up to me, bathing me in her lantern light and scaring away another Nix at the surface's edge. The Nix where Millie likewise dives, fully back in the black water, dragging him completely off the side. I can't respond, something cold, wet, and slimy has grabbed my ankle. And here's the other save. I knew it was real fast. Let's do one where I die too. Pain shoots through my leg as the Nix nails dig into my skin, and then it tugs with an inhuman amount of force. I slam against the surface of the bridge, and then there's a thud falling. I brought down Benelli with me, and the Nix continues to drag me, taking me close to the edge of the bridge. My leg slips over the side, and then another hand pulls my ankle, and another, but Millie still got my hold of my arm, pulling as hard as he can against them. He doesn't have anything to grip onto the slick bridge, and more Nix grab me. His grip slips, and my head collides against the edge of the bridge as it makes him tug. I might have died from that impact. God doesn't say anything, doesn't even blink. Margaret covers her mouth with her hand muffled in some sort of gasp. Millie smiles, the man, meanwhile, stands with his mouth agape, truly and genuinely shocked.
What will it be?
Alright, let's save that. That's a different one. Margaret sputters for a second, searching for the words, but clearly unaware of what to say. But Millie chimes in before she can get anything audible out.
I can stay in between you and the guide. I don't need to be right next to either of you. That way you won't have to worry about a repeat of what happened earlier.
And it's better if you're in the middle because you can handle if anything happens to Margaret quickly. Because and then of course that means me and you gotta take care of ourselves, but it's better.
I wouldn't refuse you being here.
Good. Don't you guys start getting all lovey-dovey though, because I like Margaret still. The guy doesn't acknowledge them. He stares at the stranger. The man shakes under the attention.
Really? I could just go on my own.
Yeah, I can imagine. The guy's like, alright, I wasn't asking what you guys are doing. I'm asking that guy. That one. The new one. That fucker. The one that you guys want to bring, even though I said no. I step closer to him, lending the support he claims to desperately need.
You do not need to go this alone. I will protect you.
The man stares at me. I return his gaze, willing him to see my certainty. There need to be no blood spill tonight. Now I'm going to say this now. Watch us turn around. The guy left. He's already walking. We're like, oh shit. Slowly the fear melts off his face, replaced with something like, what's that? Resignation. Then he drops his gaze to the floor.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, this is going a lot better than I thought. I grasp his shoulder and turn to the rest of the group.
You should get a head start, correct? You'll have to put some distance between us.
Why do we need distance in between us? By the way, couldn't we literally just be packed like? I mean, it's a bridge. Okay, I guess the boards would break, but they didn't mention anything about that. Couldn't we just pack together like some goddamn sardines with lights, fucking wearing like a rave suit?
No, we don't have to do that.
Yes, we do.
Do we? I know there's a hint of emotion in the guy's usual empty voice, anger. He starts to walk, not waiting for a reply. I told you, this is where he's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be all pissy. Margaret grits her teeth, eyes filled with tears, face flushed. She mumbles something in a small voice, something I'm just not near enough to hear.
Why am I always so powerless.
Alright, so she breaks down out of the way. Okay. Alright, so that's something to keep in mind. She's gonna break down out of the way, which was the big one I was trying to keep. Because if she didn't break down, we could control a lot of what happened later on. Even if you comfort her, like if you don't comfort her, she's guaranteed to die after the middle part in my mind. So now it's the same thing. So you have to comfort her one way or another in my mind for her to survive. Because logically she's gonna be on like a very, 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 very thin thread if you don't. We're gonna piss off the guide a lot if we continue this, and he's not gonna take so much of it. So he's probably the guide will probably get us killed this time. The statement catches me somewhat off guard. Margaret's powerless. She's not a mercenary, to be sure, but she seems certain of herself. Then again, I don't know the reason she needs to cross this lake. Before I can decide what the steer's favorite reminds, Margaret takes a deep breath.
Please be careful.
I will. Thank you. She takes a few steps back, lingering near enough for Bimili. Bimili smiles first at the stranger, then at me.
Take care back here, all right? We'll all be together again when we reach the halfway island. It won't be too much longer now.
Yeah, it's not. It used to be. It was like that. Like it was right after.
A nice little camp out, and you can properly introduce yourself to us. Maybe even tell a real joke or two.
The man emits a nervous laugh and ducks his head. The prospect must not be enticing to him. With the stranger having pulled himself out of the conversation, Billy looks seriously at me.
I'm sorry to put you in even more.
Stop.
Billy shakes his head, still smiling.
I don't begrudge you at all. All I want is for you to remember that goal. Each of us, together, on the island, and then on the other shore.
Guys, pay attention to the guys!
This isn't about what our job is. Or what
Don't be looking other
people want us to
directions. I nod in response. Billy opens his mouth, then closes it. He swallows hard. You two. What? I'm surprised to hear his voice wavering slightly. He swallows again, then continues.
You two should look out for each other.
He takes a few steps back as if to go, but his eyes don't leave mine.
Watch out for yourself, too. Not just for everyone else.
I will.
The guy's figure disappears, with only his lantern to lead the way. Millie and Margaret are finally forced to leave us behind and catch up with him. I watched him disappear into the fog, an odd feeling in the pity of my stomach. I cannot recall the last time I had difficulty seeing someone leave.
You should go after them.
I started, almost forgot the man was there, standing right next to me. Now he looks at me with desperate eyes.
You don't need to do this.
We're gonna die. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this now. We're gonna die because this guy we're gonna sit here and talk, and the motherfucker's gonna keep walking away from us. And we're gonna die because we decided, oh, let's have a conversation on the middle of the bridge while someone is walking away from us, while our only way of knowing where they are is their light and fog.
What?
I'd rather know you returned to them safe, and that you all had a chance to make it back together. The way they acted, having to go on without you, no one would feel that way for me. I'm not worth it.
Oh, he's to that point.
That's not.
He's not lost hope, but it's not hope. Hope is one of the words you could throw in there, but it's basically almost like how Margaret was last time, where it's almost gotten to the point where they're suicidal. I stop unable to say the last word. Can I claim that he's wrong? This is the one thing he has seemed sure of, and I don't know of him. Empty palate. He smirks at the mumbling reply. I'm caught off guard by the change. With only that, it seems he's in his element.
True.
He continues to grin, more so to himself than me.
Well, it certainly made a scene, huh? That's nice. Being loved and all.
I would just drag him. Be like, boy, come on. We're already at this point. I don't need to sit here and talk to you. We can talk about this when we get on the bridge or when we cross the goddamn shore, alright? He clarifies after I must have given an undesired reaction to the statement. I am so disconnected with myself. I am sure it was
I don't know exactly what kind of love it is you share, but there has to be a bond in that group of yours.
Almost dying. Slowly.
It doesn't matter. I can still try for the other shore. Go.
Oh, I should have saved. God damn it! I didn't think of it! Alright, so I saved with him saying, oh, I said I will stay. My son, I could tell him immediately he returns it. Oh, this is gonna kill us. This is gonna kill us right here.
We should start walking. That should be enough of a head start for them.
He has this for a moment, ultimately begins walking at my side. I'm relieved. I can never be quite sure that it will come from this one. We move in silence. The man doesn't seem to want to speak anymore, but he keeps glancing at me if expecting something. Somehow his odd behavior is comforting rather than disconcerting. Perhaps it's because he's more nervous about all this than I am. It's putting me at ease, making me feel more capable. I got a huge feeling that this guy might just take off and run. I shouldn't allow myself to get comfortable, however. We're in a more dangerous position than ever. The whispering from the lake, so faint after Millie's close call, now surges forth. It grows nigh unbearable. The creatures teeming below the surface. I dare not speculate. Oh, what has them so excited?
Name?
The man chuckles dryly.
I don't really know what I am to take from that.
This time his laugh is more of a bark, quickly out and swallowed back up. Then he frowns.
Only 2 letters. So barely.
Ah.
I see.
At least this time we got to meet him. Because last time they just said the boy who died, who's named Lou, he died. That's about it.
Doing out here without the guide.
Perhaps the question isn't appropriate to ask. After all, the only darkest circumstances first someone crosses Sonella's, but this situation is very strange. I might even go so far as to say it's suspicious. Since we're at a new spot here, obviously, I'm just doing a pure cut through, like some of the new shit until we get to some of the old shit, because it will mix in eventually, I think. Once we meet, like, the middle ground, that's when it'll happen. I know that's not fair, but I can't help it. Years spent anticipating danger have made me wary.
That's a good question. I'm not sure I know myself.
What does that mean? Is that some sort of joke too? Or do you genuinely not remember how you arrived where you are?
Or it's searching. You're searching for something, and that's how he came out here.
No, it wasn't a joke. Or, well, there is a point to it all.
It's like searching for yourself. Then his voice, already by nature light and airy, drops to a whisper.
But I don't know why I even tried. You'd think that I'd be able to call a spade already, right?
He looks up, noticing my gaze still leveled at him, then he shrugs.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Can I talk to him and look at the guide? I swear to God, we're gonna die like this. I swear it. Watch, it's gonna happen. As what has become the norm, I don't fully understand what he means, but I can at least guess that he's not very happy with himself at the present. And like it or not, he won't be sharing his real reasons with me. Yo, I just realized something. If we actually all 3 make it, somehow we don't have any issues, and let's say we even do the thing with, we do the whole situation again with, we float where Margaret help her, which we're doing again. Now that we have the boy, we won't be going in groups of 3. We'll be going in 2 groups, and then a 2 group. That's if we don't lose another lantern. And if we do that, we can make it across that bridge. Now, if we lose another lantern, we're going to be royally fucked, because we barely fit 3 in that goddamn lantern. 4 ain't happening anytime soon. And the guide don't give no shits. So, yeah.
What about you? What brings you out on this little adventure?
People. On the other side. People who need my help.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a guard.
You have someone waiting on you? Then why are you risking yourself on me instead of worrying about what's going to happen to them?
I feel my brows furrow from my speck of alarm. Is that really what he took from this? I survey his face with a flick of my eyes, but there is no mischievous gleam to his look now. He's serious. We hold eye contact for a moment until he yet again stares down at the ground.
Sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. It just fell out somehow. I wasn't thinking.
You're important as well. Okay, alright. Save. See, these are going to have a huge impact on him. So I do want to say this. Because he's very down on himself. If we get him, his morale just up by a little bit, which is really hard. You're going to have to get him to believe it himself. That's the hard part. Goddamn, hit the pop filter. That's going to be the ultimate thing here. His stare shoots back up at you, eyes wide.
Of course I'm going to be there for those counting on me. But you aren't nothing. I won't simply turn my back on you.
You are a person. He smiles sadly, the kind of smile only someone who has experienced great hardship has, a smile I'm too familiar with.
I'd probably have to disagree. Still, that's nice of you to say.
That's at least a starting point to some extent.
We may not know each other well, but you wanted us to go on without you for our own safety. You even tried to have a sense of humor about it. That counts for something.
To some extent, yes, you're right. My statement is far from grand, yet he becomes distinctly bashful all of a sudden. Twitching his legs with each step, he hangs his head and mumbles his next phrase sadly. He seems unaccustomed to receiving praise.
That's true. Thank you for staying back with me. It's kind of nice.
No need to thank me.
Oh, right. I can't even show gratitude correctly. Of course.
I go to give him a look, but he's smiling. He looks less pitiful than usual. He almost seems content. While crossing Sinellus. How? Why? Because his mind is at peace. And to be dead honest with you, he's probably not thinking about this bridge at all.
It is not funny to make a joke out of thinking that way about yourself.
If you don't want people to say things like that, then you shouldn't reject their things. Either I did right by thanking you, or I did wrong.
Fine. You're welcome.
This time he lets out a real laugh, though a short
I'm
one.
glad.
He stretches his arms out in front of him and elongates his stride, so he's walking a bit ahead of me. It sits wrong with me. He's relaxed and completely unguarded. He's even fine with distancing himself from the light and all odd comments he has said so far. Then a thought strikes me. Maybe the reason he's so calm is that he doesn't care what happens to him. My heart plummets into my gut. You realize that's probably the reason why he was on the bridge in the first place. It's one thing when you're suicidal. It's another thing when you don't care about what happens to you at all, because you'll risk everything over the smallest shit. So you put your heart into everything, include like your life is on the line, and it could be the smallest thing. I've been there and I know how that feels, but Jesus, it's one of those though. It's a bad situation to be in, and it's hard to get out of. It's like finding hope again. It isn't a easy task. For a time, there's a relative peace and silence between us. Then Lou sighs heavily.
I never could have seen myself in a situation like this. It seems things really aren't over until they're over.
He seems very almost calm and collective, but not. I think he's more lost in his own world. That's what I would say. He's not calm and collective, because he damn well expresses emotions. Our character is more calm and collective. He's more in the sense of he's lost in his own world, which that controls his emotions. He doesn't, he sees obviously what the hell's going on right here, but he's stuck in his mind more than he is out of his mind. I never could have seen him as okay.
Did you think it was over?
He doesn't answer immediately. When he does, the reply is accompanied by him grasping himself like he might fall apart if he lets go.
Yeah, I did.
That would have been the normal outcome for his situation. Alone, lightless, and should I have asked? I must have let a frown slip, though, because Lou smiles a non-smile. He stretches his hand behind his neck and gives a little chuckle.
Something really is wrong with me. Somehow, I feel lighter.
Saying that to someone helps. It's not easy to talk about, though. Alright, well, maybe this is good. If he's feeling better than he was, then perhaps his view of himself will improve. That takes time. There's that.
I wonder who'll still
not gonna be like that
when this is truly all over.
God damn it, don't ask that question. What?
Everyone will be.
I say it firmly to end the discussion, but Lou's expression grows grave and unusually sympathetic. Yeah, nah. If you have this many people and it's like in going to war, everybody's gonna survive. Sir, realistically speaking, I don't think that's true. And you're just like, shut up, shut up. Everybody's surviving. Okay, Private, get back in line.
You know that's not possible, don't you? Someone will go. You should focus on making sure it's someone else.
Lou, calm down. My God, you and pushing for someone else.
You don't seem to be concerned with self-preservation.
No, he's not at all. That came out more hostile than I did. That was heavy. That hit hard.
True, but it's not the same for me.
I still don't know how I'm supposed to interact with a person like him. Making conversation is already not a strength I possess. Regardless, Lou echoing that sentiment was not something I had expected. The whispers from the lake, which had already grown, now speak faster and clearer. The visual words are almost audible. I'd likely be able to make them out if I knew the Nyx language. For a split second, I wish I did. The light in the distance still drifts along in the same manner as it did when we first started walking, which I take to mean the path hasn't turned so far. Hopefully that means we're still on the right path. But the light, it got brighter? It's strong enough that I have to glance away for a second, and next time I look, the light is gone. Has grown. Okay, I thought it said gone. The bridge is on fire. I grab Blue's arm without thinking. Oh yeah, that's right. There's 3 Nixies on the bridge, and he throws a lantern. Well, not a lantern. He lights something. Throws it. Oh, I forgot about that. That might kill us. Please don't. Save that there. I like how I'm trying to do everything in this game. I've already gone through almost all my saves. God damn it. I grab Blue's arm without thinking. He's standing there stiff, staring at the glow, eyes dull. To hell with the guide's order. If we don't go now, we will never go anywhere again. Blue doesn't respond. I give his arm a tug, and he appears to calm himself when he nods. I make a decision then that I won't let go of his arm. I don't know what will happen to him if I do. We take off, the heat growing with each step. The dankness of the bridge means the fire is spreading slowly, but it makes me question how it began in the first place. There is no end to how wrong this place is.